works, right?
like an oven or a gas, then the entropy is always extensive, which means that it scales with the volume
They might
of the
just
system.
give you the job.
So if you have an oven and you make the oven twice as big at the same
Congratulations. Now
temperature,
you're an
then the
engineer.
entropy of the oven gets twice as
Wow.
big.
Yep.
Okay. And when I say twice as big, I mean you make the volume
And,
twice as
you
big, not
know,
the linear size twice as big.
like getting a bachelor's in engineering doesn't technically make you an engineer, right? Now that's where they get you, right? But having a bachelor's of engineering, or even like if you like, there would be nothing like if you ended up being so good at commerce and business because you had 5 small businesses, it doesn't matter in theory that you had a diploma in fucking cert 3 business that they made you do for whatever reason, right? The fact of the matter is now that you could turn around and say, because your acknowledgement within finance and commerce, venture capital, right, became something that became a product of that of a nature, right? You are technically then probably a bachelor of business, right? Right? Bachelor's isn't like becoming a bachelor's of engineering doesn't make you an engineer, right? But right, but but right, but bachelor's of engineering is a level of education, right? You know what I'm saying? So anyone in theory can learn those things. Does that make the titles irrelevant? No. The titles are earned regardless. I could end up getting a job and end up just not becoming a doctor for some reason because I earn enough money and it's fine. And I can still do doctorate level fucking cosmology and do the things that I do in science. And I have a lab. I make my own penicillin and I win a Nobel Prize because I fucking solve disease, right? So like ivermectin didn't cut it. We now have linicillin, right? And fucking that just cures everything, right? One injection a year, no infection, right? And then now all of a sudden from this design, right, I could technically be a doctor, right? If I ran around and started saying I was a doctor and I turned around and faculty wanted to be involved, I would go, well, I want the doctor title then. I want you to inherit me as a doctor, right? And they can turn around and make you a doctor because that's how it works, like becoming a knight, kind of, right? You don't realistically need to go to school and do a bachelor's and a master's and all these things to go into becoming a doctor, right? You need a scholarship, you need a recommendation, you need a thesis. You don't you develop how to do those things through the levels of education, right? In honesty, regardless of